to my channel. This YouTuber thing is difficult, like speaking here, and this is I think like my fourth recording, and I'm just gonna say, man, I'm not very good at this. And the weird thing is, when I look at my old videos that I cut up and then made into my first couple playlists, it just makes you a little more like self-conscious about how you present yourself and speak in your intros and everything. But anyways, bear with me. I'm not trying to be some type of YouTube star, nothing like that. But I gotta at least present myself reasonably well, I suppose. Just got finished recording a video about God verifying certain things in life with visions. Specifically, this was another YouTuber called Tony Lamb, who's a watchman of the apocalypse. And his message is stark, to say the least. It's the type of stuff that, I mean, Tony himself would understand if I say this, but anybody would. But, I mean, you really stick your neck out when you're talking like this, because, it's just so insane. I mean, when you have like nightmares, visions of the future, and then you're talking about them. But check out my video about Tony Lamb and what happened. And don't overanalyze it too much. Take it for what it is and try to foster a spirit of faith around it. And you will be rewarded for these things, but don't be stupid, of course. So I wanted to continue and talk about another spontaneous vision. I don't like to call them visions, because visions connotate that it's some type of prophetic image of the future, but it's not. It's just literally like a snapshot that God beams into my mind. And some of them are just cool, like they're iconic imagery, right? Like, again, if I was an artist or a painter, then I'd imagine I'd be really wanting to paint what I saw, because they're quite dope and glorious. One of the things that really caught me is that God shares the appreciation for rad things. Like, imagine eagles and panthers and tarantulas, just all these predatory animals, lions, right? In nature, you see so much cool things, right? Car designers try to put some of the aspects of like a leading panther into their cars. The sort of predatory stance, just everything dope, right? People get tattoos of great bald eagles flying, That is, all those things are, of course, the creative image of the Creator God. And they're rad and cool. And sometimes, the great Comforter likes to show people that are more calm, like clouds, beautiful, airy, vast open spaces that are not like adrenaline charged, just like, ooh, like some kind of crazy Iron Maiden metal cover. But the things that I see are often heavy metal-esque. They're pretty cool. So I'll tell you, one of the things that I was early in my transition into Christianity, as God gives me a little wink for me to get a better understanding of sort of like the glorious vastness of this being. And I see I see an image of like God standing like this, and he's holding in his hand, and he's looking into it, like a crystalline orb that's beaming some kind of light. And it seems to be sort of like the creation, it's almost like this crystal ball of the creation of our world. And he's looking at it like this, really calm. And he's showing it to another being that's a little bit smaller than him, that's looking at it like this, looking at, like really chill, just looking. And the other being, I get the sort of wink or connotation that that's the Archangel Michael. And they're both wearing, they're all like ethereal light, like, but they're like wearing some kind of crazy armor. It looks like a combination of like medieval armor meets like sci-fi, like those Japanese like cartoons where they're just like wearing something crazy, but it's like sci-fi, like it's like space future stuff meets medieval armor, and it's all cool, man. Like it's just, and his you can't see his face, he's wearing like a headgear, and it's just like really insane. And then in the background, if the two, one being standing here and the other being's looking, and coming from like here, you see this other being like running towards them, like, what are you guys watching? What are you guys looking at? And it's like Satan, like just around the time that he's getting his butt kicked out of heaven or something, and you just get this sense that he's like a real dumbass or something, you know. And as he's approaching, I just get this sense like, oh dude, here comes this weird guy, you know, because I'm like experiencing this thing. And at that moment, when he comes and he's acting like he wants to grab the ball, you know, he just wants to grab it and be like, it's mine, you know, because he's so used to being a spoiled little brat. And the God, he's just standing there real calm, like, oh dang, here he comes again type of thing, you know. And then as he approaches, I sense that there's a third being around here, and he's just like, back up, you know, like, stand back, you moron, you know. And he blasts forward like this energy, like, right? And then Satan just falls on, and it's the end of that vision, and it's like, whoa. That's the drama up in the heavens, right? And you get the idea this being is a dork, man, you know. But it's really cool. And they're standing there. And I think what he's doing is like, look what I created. And it's like, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really cool, you know. It's just rad. It's as if they're getting ready for just like space war, you know. So awesome. Anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. I'll see if I can find some images from the internet that sort of capture the vibe and feel, and I'll sort of interlace that to the video. Anyways, for the kingdom, right? It seems, you know, what's his name? I remember Jesus said something in one of the videos that I saw, and it's probably in like the Gospel according to Mark or something, or Luke. And it says, Jesus just says, for those that hate their lives, they will love it in eternity. And I'm just thinking about all them, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons enthusiasts and like LARPers. And they're always saying like, oh, you know, I should have been born in the medieval times. I would have been like a knight, you know. They watch a lot of like, I like Braveheart too, like the Braveheart movie. They're like, oh, you know, who doesn't want to get like epic, you know? I mean, apart from the fact that getting stabbed to death early in age isn't very cool. But that's what I'm thinking, like, you know, this is gonna be really cool for all those guys that are like really into just, you know, fighting dragons or whatever and things like that. I think in heaven that's all. Like if you wanna go jump into like an experience simulator to just become like this epic Conan warrior wearing some sick armor or whatever, it's all in the works, man. It's all there. It's like the biggest arcade in the world, you know? Anyways, yeah, just thought I'd share some of that.